A voice rang from the witchcraft circle. What's the situation? I have two things to report. First, Lord Chenju is killed by the evil sky pavilion. What did you say? The witchcraft circle shook. Ji Tiandao has admitted it himself. It's true, Wu Xing answered in a trembling voice. A deep laugh rang from the witchcraft circle. One could not tell if the person was laughing in joy or anger. Wu Xing did not seem surprised. It seemed like he was used to Lady M.O. Lee's mood swings. Instead, he continued to say, Second, I discovered that Yi Qianxin, the evil sky pavilion 6 disciple, is a bai. Very good. Third, I told the evil sky pavilion about the secret of Qing Huang as an offer to make peace. There was no angry rebuttal. Instead, the voice said indifferently, You've always been cautious. Continue. Ji Qiandao's life is almost up. If he learns about Qing Huang, he'll certainly search for it frantically. This information is extremely valuable to him. I'm sure Ji Tiandao will believe your sincerity in wanting to make peace, my lady, Wu Sheng said. As expected, you didn't disappoint me. We've laid the groundwork for a grand formation 5 miles north of Tongzi town. We'll be able to complete it soon, Wu Sheng said. In that case, proceed with the original plan. Understood. We must avenge Chenju. Understood. Lastly, I hope Wei Zhuyen can be the scapegoat. Understood. Wu Sheng kept acknowledging the orders. After the 3 instructions, the witchcraft circle dissipated. The 30 red-robed cultivators' feet left the ground, and they hovered in a row. Wu Sheng looked around at the deserted surroundings. Continue to lay the formation. Understood. Meanwhile, Wei Zhuyen's 3,000 mounted soldiers had no idea these red-robed cultivators had no intention of returning to the divine capital. They kept waiting at the spot, pacing back and forth. It felt as though they had to stay here forever. In a faraway forest, the green-clad swordsman, Yu Shangrong, smiled faintly and mumbled to himself, Interesting. Then he vanished. Meanwhile, in the evil sky pavilion, Lu Zhou's expression remained indifferent. Master, they are descendants of the 10 shamans. I'm worried they have ulterior motives. Mingshi Yin said. Pan Zhong nodded and said, They're extremely daring to beard the lion in his den. 4th junior brother is right. Duan Mu Sheng interjected. When little Yuaner saw her master deep in thought, she spoke contemptuously, Master, we shouldn't have let them leave. We should have captured them and interrogate them under torture like what we did to Fan Shouwen. I don't think they can keep their mouths shut at that time. Why is everyone looking at me? Did I say something wrong? Little Yuaner asked innocently. You're absolutely right, Miss Ninth. Pan Zhong and Zhou Jifeng nodded at the same time. Master, didn't I improve a lot? Lu Zhou looked at little Yuaner calmly and said, Of course, I know they intentionally disclosed that information. Chen Ju was one of the divine capital's 3 godly archers. He was a true 6-leaf elite. Chen Ju's death has dealt a great blow to M.O. Li. She won't let this matter rest. Besides, we've already incurred hatred with what happened to Zhao Yu, although they had never met in person through their previous fights. He could tell from his opponent's methods that she was not a benevolent person who would actually bury the hatchet and make peace. In that case, why did you let them go, Master? With them around, Wei Zhuyen won't feel at ease. I believe that although they serve the same master, they're now like water and fire by the looks of things. The snipe fights the clam, and the fisherman catches them both, Lu Zhou said. That's brilliant, Master. Duan Mu Sheng said earnestly. Zhao Yu decided to stay out of this. After all, she had made a mistake before. She could not bring herself to offer such low-level flattery, no matter what. Lu Zhou looked around and discovered Hua Wudao was missing. In the current Evil Sky Pavilion, he needed a talented person such as Hua Wudao to offer some useful opinions. Where's Elder Hua? Elder Hua has been exhausted recently. He's resting in the West Pavilion. Duan Mu Sheng said. Very well. Lu Zhou waved his arm and stood up. Mingshi Yin. Yes, Master. Remember to retrieve the box on time, Lu Zhou said calmly. Master, the box should be in old Seven's hands now. If all goes well, old 7 should have gone looking for eldest senior brother and second senior brother. With my strength and cultivation base, even if I'm a match for them, they might not be willing to unlock the box. Mingshi Yin scratched his head awkwardly. Lu Zhou said, Old 7 is an intelligent person. An intelligent person will be able to open the box. Intelligent people have one thing in common. They believe that they're infallible, Lu Zhou said. Mingshi Yin gulped and lowered his head. When he analyzed Lu Zhou's words, he thought to himself, is Master deliberately showing his strength to warn for me? Duan Mu Sheng said, You have a point, Master. I think so, too. Mingshi Yin chimed in, You have a point, Master. Once the 7 days are up, I'll visit Old 8 and retrieve the box. 2 days passed by in a blink of an eye. Above the mountains near Tiger Ridge, a massive flying chariot emerged slowly. There were dozens of cultivators propping the flying chariot up on all sides. It seemed as though it was moving slowly, but in just a blink of an eye, it was already hovering above the Tiger Ridge. A huge flag was raised on the flying chariot. The words on the flag read, Nether Sect. Under the words were the patterns of the Jasper Saber and the Dark Heaven Starlight. Zhu Honggong, who was napping, was startled away by his subordinates' panic cries. Gang leader, an unidentified flying chariot, is approaching the ridge. Zhu Honggong leaped to his feet immediately. He remembered his 7th senior brother's words. He wondered out loud, is the righteous sect here to seek revenge? Gang leader, if it's really the righteous sect, I suggest that we run away now. Run away? Don't be silly. I'm the great evil king. Why would I be afraid of the righteous sect? Zhu Honggong sat back down. He appeared calm. However, his heart was in a mess. It said that Zhang Yuan Shan, the sect master of the righteous sect, has a 7-leaf golden lotus cultivation base. He's only a 7-leaf. That's nothing to me. However, we can consider your previous suggestion, which is the fastest route for our escape. Zhu Honggong asked, The back of the mountain. Let's go. Zhu Honggong moved swiftly and decisively as he led his subordinates toward the back of the mountain. However, when they exited their stronghold, 4 huge avatars descended upon them. The avatars covered the entire forest and the surrounding mountains. The colossal avatars and the golden lotuses under their feet were brimming with life. There were 2 7-leaf golden lotuses and 2 6-leaf golden lotuses. They towered over everyone. Gang leader, what are you doing? Gang leader, hold it. I didn't bring an extra pair of pants. 2 of his subordinates quickly supported the trembling Zhu Honggong. At this moment, a faint laughter could be heard somewhere above the 4 towering avatars. Long time no see, 8th junior brother. Zhu Honggong was bewildered. The massive flying chariot stopped above the 4 avatars. A figure walked out from it, followed closely by 4 others. The 5 individuals were walking on air as though they were strolling in a park before it descended slowly. The Tiger Ridge Gang's members had never witnessed such a scene. Many of them had never even seen a 6-leaf expert their entire lives. And yet, 4 of these people suddenly appeared before them. How could they not be shocked and frightened? Eldest senior brother? Zhu Honggong hastily wiped the sweat from his face. He cleared his throat before he said to his subordinates, Let me go. Look at all you, frightened just because of this. As soon as Zhu Honggong finished speaking, the 4 avatars vanished. The 5 elites slowly landed before Zhu Honggong. Yu Zhenghai, with his chiseled face and manly aura, stood before the other 4. With his hand behind on his back, he said with a smile, 8th junior brother, eldest senior brother. Zhu Honggong smiled and said ingratiatingly, It's you? How nice of you to grace the Tiger Ridge Gang with your presence. I thought it was some scoundrel who came to seek death. I nearly unleashed all my strength to attack. Forget it. Your skills might be able to scare others away, but that's all there is to it, Yu Zhenghai said. Zhu Honggong laughed before he said, Eldest senior brother, you're such a busy man. What brings you here? Then he looked left and right before he barked at a subordinate. Stand down. Can't you, this person, is my eldest senior brother? You understood. The subordinate said in unison. Then One of Zhu Honggong's subordinates asked tentatively, Ji gang leader, do you still want to change your pants? Bam! Zhu Honggong instantly kicked his subordinate. Then his expression turned solemn. Yu Zhenghai did not answer his question. Instead, he looked at his 4 great protectors and instructed them, leave the box here. Return with the flying chariot. Sect Master, aren't you returning to Pingdom Mountain? It's been a long time since I've seen my 8th junior brother. I'd like to reminisce with him for a bit. I'll be staying in Tiger Ridge for a few days. Yu Zhenghai said calmly, showing no disdain for this place. Understood. The 4 great protectors placed the box on the ground and bowed slightly before they returned to the flying chariot. Shortly after, the flying chariot left the Tiger Ridge and vanished from sight. Yu Zhenghai pointed at the box beside him and said calmly, a difficult task given by your 7th senior brother. Zhu Honggong glanced at the mysterious box and said with a smile, so, 7th senior brother actually went to look for you. Eldest senior brother, if you ask me, this box shouldn't be open at all. Why should we open it? If we butt heads and spill blood over its contents in the future, it'd be such a shame. The content of the box doesn't attract me. The only thing that attracts me under the heavens is the great rivers and mountains. Yu Zhenghai did not enter the stronghold. Instead, he walked to the edge of the cliff and looked down. He liked this feeling of looking down. He could see the living beings below, and they appeared like insignificant insects in his eyes. Eldest senior brother, I'm not as ambitious as you are. All I want is just to live a good life, Zhu Honggong said with a grin. 8th junior brother, if this box contains a heaven-grade weapon, and it's the kind of weapon that you like, what would you do? Yu Zhenghai asked, a heaven-grade weapon? Zhu Honggong's eyes brightened. He scratched his head and walked up to the box. He appraised it from various angles. Oh, so this box contains a heaven-grade weapon. Then it should be opened. A heaven-grade weapon shouldn't be sealed. You're just echoing 7 junior brothers' words, Yu Zhenghai said. You should work harder in cultivating in your free time. Your current cultivation base is far from enough to handle a heaven-grade weapon. Only those in the nascent divinity tribulation realm can wield a heaven-grade weapon. Well, I understand what you're trying to say, eldest senior brother. However, the 9 tribulations thunderblast that Master taught me only contains 7 stages. With 2 stages missing, I think it's commendable that I can even cultivate to my current level, Zhu Honggong muttered. Yu Zhenghai nodded and said, let's put the 9 tribulations thunderblast aside for now. There are many cultivation tomes from various notable sects under the heavens. You can cultivate those in the meantime. I'm not used to them. The tomes from the so-called notable sects give me a strange feeling after I tried cultivating them. They're not suitable for me at all. I like this 9 tribulations thunderblast the most, Zhu Honggong said pitifully. Yu Zhenghai turned to face Zhu Honggong. Forget it. He sauntered toward the stronghold. Eldest senior brother, what about the box? Unfortunately, Yu Zhenghai ignored him. Zhu Honggong waved his right hand, and the box flew toward him. He carried the box and ran after Yu Zhenghai. Yu Zhenghai behaved as if he was in his own home. He sat on the throne. 8th junior brother, have you been doing 7th junior brother's bidding this whole time? No way. We're just helping each other out as brothers, Zhu Honggong said. You're an evil sky pavilion's disciple after all. This little stronghold isn't befitting of the title Evil King. Yu Zhenghai said calmly, eldest senior brother, this isn't what I want either. I live my days in fear. I ran into Master near the Green Jade Altar the other day. If I weren't quick-witted, I don't think we'll be able to meet today, eldest senior brother, Zhu Honggong said. Master's advanced in age. Why would he be at the Green Jade Altar? How would I know? The Green Jade Altar is the righteous sect's territory. Weren't you afraid that Zhang Yuanshan might kill you? Yu Zhenghai said with a smile. Me afraid of him? The moment Zhu Honggong spoke, one of the subordinates ran into the stronghold and said, Ji gang leader, there's another flying chariot approaching the ridge. This one is smaller than the previous one. It looks like it's from the righteous sect. Zhu Honggong was stunned, and he nearly lost his footing. Yu Zhenghai spoke slowly. Old Eighth, show me how much you've improved over the years. I won't interfere. Zhu Honggong wanted to cry. Big senior brother. If you weren't here, I would have run away. What should I do now? Zhu Honggong fidgeted as he stood rooted to the ground. He was hesitating, truly reluctant to go out and meet his opponent. Yu Zhenghai, on the other hand, seemed calm as though he was waiting to watch a good show. Crying won't solve the problem. If I can't defeat them, I can always run away. With these thoughts in mind, Zhu Honggong coughed softly twice. He looked at the subordinate next to him and said, "Fight by my side." Perhaps Zhu Honggong's subordinate did not register Zhu Honggong's words, or perhaps the habit had been deeply ingrained in his mind. He said instinctively, "Gang leader, quick, to the back of the mountain." "What do you mean to the back of the mountain?" "We're going to fight," Zhu Honggong said before he kicked his subordinate. The two of them walked out of the stronghold. Yu Zhenghai stood up calmly and trailed after them with his hands on his back. There was nobody inside the stronghold, and he was bored. It was better for him to head out and watch the happenings outside. Just as Zhu Honggong's subordinate had reported, the righteous sect's flying chariot was outside of the Tiger Ridge, hovering several meters in the air. The other gang members did not seem amazed by this flying chariot. Perhaps it was because they had seen the nether sect's flying chariot. In comparison, the flying chariot from the righteous sect was truly lacking. They were in completely different leagues. Zhu Honggong looked up and shouted commandingly, "Brothers, gather your courage. Those without cultivation bases should seek shelter. Those in the mystic enlightening realm and sense-condensing realm, prepare the traps. Those in the Brahmin sea realm and above, assemble." With that, the Tiger Ridge members scrambled about to comply with the orders that had been given to them.